Hello, drama lovers. Welcome back to this channel. We all know that not every surprise arrives with trumpets and fireworks. Some come quietly, slowly, slipping into the noise of the world like a soft breeze. And because they arrive in silence, their presence feels even more real. More sincere. More touching. That day, Paris was preparing to welcome the biggest names in fashion. A city that always feels like home to luxury and fame. But among the parade of celebrities and the flashes of paparazzi, there was one moment that wasn't part of the official schedule. It wasn't announced by any agency. It didn't appear in press releases. A moment seen only by the sensitive eye, and the heart that quietly loves, Jungkook's presence for Taehyung. It all began with Taehyung's appearance at Paris Fashion Week. His face was everywhere. He attended as an honored guest of a major fashion house. His steps were graceful, his expression confident. But somehow, something felt different. There was a pause behind his smile. Like someone holding back something but still choosing to move forward. Many noticed that Taehyung seemed quieter than usual. He was alone. No other BTS members accompanied him. Cameras captured only him, and his silence. No one expected that someone was following, quietly. Jungkook, who hadn't been seen in public for some time, suddenly appeared in Paris. No official announcement. No big staff entourage. No media coverage. He arrived in a dark hoodie, wearing a cap and a mask, blending into the crowd like just another tourist. But his steps were sure. His gaze had purpose. He knew exactly where he needed to go. A few fans, who happened to be in the area, started noticing his movements. At first, it was just speculation. Was that really Jungkook? But doubts quickly faded when a short video surfaced online and sent the internet into a frenzy. In a clip lasting less than 30 seconds, Jungkook could be seen walking swiftly toward a backstage area where Taehyung was resting. He didn't speak. He just arrived, and sat beside him. The video captured a hug. Not a loud, dramatic hug, but a short, quiet one, like someone who came only to say, "I know you're tired." No words were audible. Just body language. Just the expression in their eyes. But that was enough to leave millions speechless. Taehyung, who moments before had been seen sitting quietly with a blank expression, suddenly smiled. A small smile, thin, but honest. He leaned his shoulder toward Jungkook for a few seconds. And when they finally parted, Taehyung looked lighter, as if the weight on his back had been shared. What made this moment so special wasn't just that Jungkook showed up, but that he showed up without a word. In an entertainment world full of noise and performance, a presence like that feels rare. He didn't walk the red carpet. He didn't bring a film crew. He simply came. For someone who matters. As soon as the video spread, ARMY reacted. The hashtags #Taekook in Paris and #Jungkook came 4V trended across multiple countries. Many said they couldn't stop crying after watching the clip. Some even called it the most sincere expression of love they had ever seen in the K-pop world. Comments like, "The best surprises don't need to be grand, just genuine," or "Jungkook came as Taehyung's silent guardian," flooded social media. Others believed that Jungkook's visit was his quiet way of pushing back against recent cold rumors aimed at Taehyung. As if, without saying a word, Jungkook was telling the world, "I'm here. And you're not alone." Some fans began revisiting old Taekook moments. Tiny interactions between them that now feel even more meaningful. The way they looked at each other on stage. The way Jungkook quietly observed Taehyung from afar. It wasn't fan service. It was something deeper, more real. And that day, in Paris, it all seemed to come full circle in one quiet frame. Two friends, sitting side by side, in a silence full of meaning. Even the media began speculating. Why did Jungkook come? Was this visit personal? Or is something brewing behind the scenes? A future project? A message? But for most armies, those questions didn't really matter. Because the answer to that moment had already spoken loud and clear: love, friendship, and a presence that never fades, even with time and distance. Taehyung has yet to make any statements. Jungkook remains silent. But maybe, not everything needs to be explained. Some things are simply meant to be felt. There's power in quiet presence. Comfort in unspoken embraces. And meaning in a surprise that never needed a spotlight. The video has now been viewed millions of times. Clipped, slowed down, layered with soft background music by fans. But still, the original moment remains the most powerful. Just the two of them, in a quiet corner of Paris, behind the blinding lights of the stage. This isn't a story about celebrities. It's not about fame. It's about someone who knew his friend was tired and chose to be there. About someone who understood that beneath the glow of the spotlight and the noise of the crowd, there's a loneliness applause can't fix. And at the end of the day, isn't that what we all hope for? Someone who knows when to show up, even when we don't ask. So, what do you think, drama lovers? Was Jungkook's presence the most heartfelt expression of care a friend could ever offer? Will this moment spark something bigger between them? Or is it a quiet message that their bond was never fragile to begin with? Let us know what you think in the comments. And as always, stay with this channel, because sometimes the stories behind the scenes are more real than the ones on stage. We'll meet again in the next story. Because in the world of fame, it's not always about the glitter. Sometimes, it's about the quiet spaces where love lives, unseen but deeply felt.